What's up, bitches? Okay, check it out. Some of you probably just saw my previous video where I talked about how I got tonkatsu in Meguro because I was trying to treat myself because I just got some money actually for once in my life, so I went out to eat and I had tonkatsu, which is like deep fried pork. And you may be wondering why I ate that, considering I've been on the carnivore diet for the last I started like 3 weeks ago, and I did it for like 10 or 11 days, and then I actually quit mid carnivore diet. I said I was going to do it for a month, and guys, believe me, I always try my best to stick to my word. I find a lot of value in being a man and sticking to your word, sticking to things that you say you're going to do, and I always try my best to actually do that. But I don't think I realized practically how difficult it was going to be with my current lifestyle. I definitely did my research into the diet itself and the effects of the diet, and just basically how to survive the diet, or not survive, but how to do okay on it, how to adapt. And I did research on studies and plenty of reading up on the carnivore diet and the effects of the carnivore diet and such. But the thing that I didn't really take into consideration is simply how busy I am right now and how I'm never at my apartment during the day, and also with how low of a budget I have. It's just not very practical to be eating meat only. I simply don't have the money. I don't have the time to cook all the time. And basically it's just that. Because, dude, I leave, like I said in a different video, I leave my house at 6:45 a.m. I don't get back until right after 7 usually. And so I'm out all through the day, and I'm like busting my ass through the day. I don't have like a bunch of time to like stop at convenience stores and shit. So all of those times I was having to stop at convenience stores and grocery stores to eat meat and to find meat. And in Japan, there's not a super wide selection of just food and groceries in general. So it was really difficult for me to always find meat, especially cooked, obviously cooked meat during the day. And obviously it's expensive to buy cooked meat, especially in Japan, all the time. And then obviously I was prepping as much as I could. The night before I would cook whatever I can and I would bring it with me to eat during lunch. But what kind of meats can you actually cook and then bring with you around the day? Or cheese even, or anything like that. So I was doing bacon, I was bringing canned tuna or canned chicken, and what else was I doing? Some jerky, but beef jerky is fucking hella expensive. You guys are a beef jerky enjoyer like I am, like that shit hurts your wallet. So I was eating like a bag of beef jerky a day. Shit's so expensive. I was cooking a bunch of bacon and wrapping it up in like paper towels and bringing it to school, and then like cans of tuna, and that was only like enough for like one meal. And then I have to go like 2 more times throughout the day, go to a grocery store or a convenience store and try to buy meat or cheese or something like that. And with all the trips I was making to the convenience store or the grocery store, it wasn't worth it anymore. It was time consuming. I was spending a bunch of money, and I did, like I said, I stuck to it for 10 days. And additionally, as I started to look into it more, guys, like, so I cannot keep my thoughts straight. Like, I jump all around all the time. But if you didn't see my other video, the reason I was starting it is I was doing it as an elimination diet to get rid of as many foods as possible out of my diet, to figure out if food is potentially the cause of a lot of the sicknesses I've been having, mainly like sinus issues and allergies and congestion issues. Because I read online a bunch of people saying that they found out that like food was actually bothering their sinuses and their allergies and congestion and stuff like that. So I was like, hey, it might be me as well. Let me check this out. So I'm just gonna delete everything I can out of my diet, only eat meat, and then slowly add back things in and see what it is that affects the way I'm living. So I don't think 10 days was really long enough to really understand if I found that thing or not, because I don't know if 10 days is enough time for everything to really flush out of your body. But I will say that I didn't feel any different in terms of like my allergies, my sinus issues, my congestion, anything like that. I didn't notice any difference at all. Like I said, take that with a grain of salt, because I don't think it was really long enough to get a real idea about it. And additionally, like I said, I don't have enough money to be eating steaks all the time. I was eating steaks like once or twice a week. So a lot of my calories that I was getting on this carnivore diet were coming from eggs and, you know, fat sources, cheese, cream, and such. And then, you know, doing more and more research, I just like was noticing more and more people saying, well, if you're really going to do it the right way, you don't even do eggs, you don't even do dairy, you don't do cream, any of that. So in order to get the proper effects, you need to basically only be eating beef. And, you know, obviously beef is more expensive than eggs, dairy, chicken, all of that. So I just didn't have the money to really do it properly, and I didn't know if I was going to, you know. So after I gave it a shot, I realized it was taking too much of a dent out of my wallet, so I cut it out. But now I can talk about the effects and what I did notice on the diet for 10 days. Number one being my energy levels were crazy. Like basically every single day when I finish school or work, by like 6 p.m., like say if I leave the house at 6:45 a.m., by like 6 p.m. every day, I'm sleepy. Like I can't keep my head up. I'm just like can't wait to get home. I often get headaches. Like once every couple days I get like a big headache like toward that time. I'm just like so sleepy. Generally I just, you know, I get stomach aches a lot. I fart a lot during the end of the day, like just like rip ass. Like I'm just always ripping ass on the train. Like I feel so bad because it's just packed with people here in Tokyo, and just feeling bloated and shitty in general. And I noticed like I didn't have any of those symptoms anymore. I didn't get headaches. I didn't feel like I was falling asleep on the train. I didn't feel super sleepy at the end of the day. I wasn't having any stomach aches. Additionally, I wasn't craving stuff. Like when I was on the carnivore diet, I really thought it was gonna be super hard to like not eat carbs, but like after the first 2 days, like I didn't even think about them anymore. I don't know. I think it's just like, I don't know if other people experienced this. I think some people said they did, but like once I cut out sugar and carbs, like I stopped like worrying about them and craving them more. It was like an addiction. Like you get rid of it and then it's like, okay, well, I think I'm all right. I think I actually don't need that. So that was dope. My energy levels were crazy. I think for the most part that is it. So I'm going to for sure, even if I'm not doing 100% carnivore, I'm going to keep more of like a keto style diet, and at the very least I'm going to try to not eat carbs throughout the day. Just save my carbs for when I get home at night. Especially now, even though I'm cutting, I still eat a lot, dude. I used to eat like 3,000 calories a day, and eating 3,000 calories of basically only meat is fucking hard. So it's gonna be nice to be able to get some carbs when I get home and I can rest. You know, I don't fucking mind so much if my stomach feels full and bloated while I'm going to sleep or laying in bed or, you know, doing homework at the end of the day. Like, fuck it. But I've already done that now. It's been like a week since I've been off it, and I've done no carbs until the end of the day. And dude, I'm so much more alert throughout the day. Like I said, I don't get sleepy. I'm just ready to go. Like for example, I often, like when I get off the train to go home, I get off the train like at my train station, and I don't know, a couple days a week I go to the grocery store before I go home because I need to get groceries to make dinner. And a couple times, like most of the time when I eat normally and I eat carbs throughout the day, I hate that grocery trip more than anything, and I know I can't not go to the grocery store because I need food and I need to cook for myself. But I hate that grocery trip because I get off the train and I'm like, dude, I just want to go home. Like, fuck, I'm so tired. Like, bro, I don't want to go to the grocery store right now. Like, I need to take a shit. I'm farting. I'm tired. Like, I'm so sleepy. And I noticed when I was on the carnivore diet and I would get off the train, like I didn't, those thoughts never went through my head. I was just like, oh, let's go to the grocery store. And I'm good. Like I feel the same as I did at 11 a.m. or whatever, just in the middle of the day. Like I felt exactly the same. So I felt great. I feel great. I'm continuing with like I said, the carnivore or keto style for, you know, minus some cheat days here and there. But for right now, at least during the weekend, I'm feeling great, guys. I highly recommend everybody try it also. Even if you're not doing zero carbs, like very low carb throughout the day, especially big like slow digesting carbohydrates, complex carbohydrates, like bread and shit like that, and pastas. Stay away from those during the day. If anything, eat some fruit during the day and see what it does for your energy levels, guys. Believe me, you will be way more clear-headed. You're not going to feel sluggish. Now I'm going to talk about a couple of the downsides of trying the carnivore diet. For the first 10 days, like I said, I've understood that it takes about 2 weeks or so for most people to adjust to the carnivore diet, to get through like the first, you know, the adjustment period. And oh, pachinko, that looks fun. So I don't know if I really had enough time to seriously judge it, because like I don't even think I really got through the adjustment period. But during the adjustment period, 2 things really fucked me up. Number 1 being my stomach, obviously. Although I wasn't bloated and like sluggish and farting all the time throughout the day, and I actually didn't shit that much, dude. I probably shat like once every 2 days, or occasionally once every 3 days, because the way I understand it is, you know, you're eating all meat, all animal shit, all protein. Your body uses all of that. You're not really getting bullshit. You're not getting waste to shit out. So your body is absorbing everything. And so I was shitting like once every 2 days, once every 3 days even. But when I did, it would come on out of nowhere. Like, it just hits you, bro. Like, it just hits you, so you have to be near a bathroom. You have to be ready to go. You have to be able to, you know, drop whatever the fuck you're doing and run to the bathroom. And you're going to be squirting, you're going to be spraying out yellow juice. Literally just straight, just liquid, bright yellow. And it just hits you out of fucking nowhere. And that sucked. But like I said, it was only once every couple days. Like, dude, when I'm on like a high carb diet, I shit like 5 times a day, dude. And like, it's tiring, man. Like, it sucks. Like, I shit a lot, dude. So, I mean, the shitting was good and bad, you know. Like I said, I shit less, but when I did, it was like, dude, your stomach just starts hurting, like someone's clawing your stomach out from the inside, and like just out of nowhere, and within like 2 minutes, you gotta find a bathroom. Number 2 thing that was arguably worse was my heart just not being adjusted to not having carbs and the amount of fats and proteins that I was taking in. It caused, like, I don't remember the science on it. Like, I'm not gonna be able to explain it in the correct manner, but like kind of the way I understand it, it's like when you cut weight. Like if you're a fighter and you're cutting weight and you cut a bunch of carbs out, and like I think it's like water is absorbed into carbs, but then you cut them all out, you can't just reintroduce a bunch of just like plain water into your system, because like your body doesn't know how to like take it properly or whatever. So you like piss it all out and it just goes straight through you, and your blood pressure actually gets lower. So like usually I'm vascular as fuck, like I'm super vascular. People always tell me that, but when I was on the carnivore diet, I couldn't see any of my fucking veins. But even though your blood pressure is lower, your heart works harder, because it's like something about like it's pushing harder to deliver oxygenated blood throughout your body, because I don't know, your body's going through a bunch of transitions and such. So I would, like, whenever I was dehydrated, such as in the middle of the night, because like I was pissing all the time and it was just like water and fluids were just going right through me, even though I was taking hydration supplements, and I did my best to prepare for this. Like, I did my research. I was drinking hydration supplements and water with Himalayan salt in it and such. Like, if I went through a period of not drinking, like throughout the middle of the night, or maybe during the day, I just didn't notice it, well, that was pretty rare. But during that period of not drinking a little bit, I would suddenly get dizzy very quickly, and I would feel my heart pumping like very vigorously, like it was gonna pump out of my chest, like, and it was really scary. And like I would say like once every other night, I woke up in the middle of the night with my heart just like pumping super hard, and being dizzy and feeling like, dude, I'm so fucking thirsty, like holy shit. And then you can't just like chug a bunch of water because it'll just go right through you. So you have to have like a hydration supplement with electrolytes and such. And so then, you know, I fucking get up and like make some salt water and shit, or salted water, and I would just chug it. And then obviously it doesn't go away. Everything doesn't get fixed immediately. It takes a little bit of time. And then after an hour or so, I would chill out. My heart would be good to go, and then we'd be chilling. But yeah, that was definitely like the scariest at first and the toughest. And even though, like I said, like I did my research and I looked in and I knew that was going to be a thing, just like when your heart's doing something weird, you start freaking out a little bit. So after the like 4 days of it happening, I was like, all right, this is just how it goes. Like I'm just gonna have to like stick to my hydration and it'll chill out. And you know, every time it did. And you know, apparently after like about 2 weeks or so, it would have gone back to normal and my body would have adjusted and recognized the amount of carbs I'm taking in and such. But yeah, that definitely sucked. In terms of my lifts, I genuinely felt like I definitely, like, my muscles felt semi-drained during my lifts, but at the same time I was getting stronger throughout all of my workouts. I recorded higher numbers on all of my workouts. I'm on a cut right now, I'm on a deficit, and I got stronger through every single workout when I was on the carnivore diet. It was weird because even though I was getting stronger, my muscles felt like kind of like drained. Like, you know, like after I did one set, I was like, fuck, it feels like I did the whole arm day already. Like shit. But then like I would take a little bit of time and then I'd be back to normal and I'd be good. So it was a little bit of a strange feeling. I definitely noticed a lot of different changes in my body. But like I said, my strength went up. Felt good in general. The biggest main takeaway is the energy has been nuts. I feel like a new person at the end of the day when I'm not eating carbs throughout the day and when I'm sticking to high protein, high fat. And I'm for sure gonna stick with this for as long as I can, you know, barring, you know, any problems that come up with it. But yeah, obviously I'm going to eat, you know, my vegetables, my fruits at the end of the day and such. But right now I'm just gonna stick to high fats and protein throughout the day and see where it takes me, because I feel fucking incredible right now and I'm stoked and I'm really glad that I tried this diet out. And like I said, I would encourage everybody else to try it as well. You never know. So like I said, at the very least, try to cut out carbs and big heavy pastas and breads and such throughout the day and save those for the end of the night. Yeah, hold on, I'm about to start heading back. I don't know where I'm gonna make my next video. I don't really want to go home quite yet. It's only like 7:30 or some shit. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in a little bit. My name is yungjamez. Here in Tokyo, Meguro right now. Oh, this girl's singing. Alright, I'm gonna see you guys later. Take it easy. Guys, hit me up on Instagram, yungjamez, YUNGJAMEZ. If you want to talk about anything, if you want to ask me questions, if you guys want to PayPal me, my PayPal is in the bio. If you guys want to, you know, send me a video topic or something to talk about, I will totally do that if you send me a little bit of money. Peace out. My Discord will be coming out soon. Join my Discord. Alright, peace out, guys. Fuck your mother.